I'm a tattoo curious person. I've never had a tattoo, but I've always been fascinated by tattoo art and why someone permanently inked a design on their body. In fact, for decades, I've asked perfect strangers with fascinating tattoos, excuse me, would you be willing to share your ink story with me? Their faces would light up as they shared their tattoo stories, and I felt this deeper connection with them through the ink stories that highlight what we all have in common as humans: triumph and loss, celebration and fears, children and beloveds, sweet pets, and inspirational quotes that keep us going through the dark days. In August 2023, I turned that deep curiosity into a mini series podcast called Your Ink Story, where we focused on igniting and inspiring conversations that go beyond the surface and create a deeper connection. And wow, I learned so much about the art of tattoos and the heart behind tattoos from these inspirational conversations. Here are a few memorable moments from the series. On episode 10, Kale Liam Hobbs helps us see that tattoos are more than just designs on skin. They are powerful expressions of who we are, our experiences, and our heritage. Throughout episode 12, Eliza Foltz reminds us that even in the darkest of times, there is hope for transformation, healing, and a much brighter future. And she shares how tattoos can be a beacon of hope to all who have experienced addiction or have witnessed its devastating effects on loved ones. Amy Fagan shared a deeply touching tribute tattoo for her mom on episode 20, and Raja Mawad's full body ink journey shared on episode 25 is a narrative of overcoming deep-seated insecurities, breaking free from societal norms, and embracing his true identity. During episode 6, Dr. J dives into why tattoos are powerful forms of art, telling a story of cultural heritage, personal passions, and significant moments. And FDNY firefighter, tattoo artist, and newly minted entrepreneur Jamie Salcedo revealed captivating stories in episode 18 from his unconventional journey into the tattoo industry at the age of 16. You'll find an abundance of inspiration in episode 8, where former inmate turned popular personal trainer and online coach Christian Thomas shares that it's through embracing the pain, finding solace in the process, and nurturing our mental strength that we transform adversity into triumph, just like getting a tattoo. Stephen Valeka took us on a profound journey of self-expression, acceptance, and empathy on episode 14, where I was especially moved by this quote from our conversation.
I want us as a society to stop assuming and stop leading with negative intent. If we all lead with good intent and we look to understand a story behind someone's motivation for getting a tattoo and the journey of what it means to that person personally, then we're moving in the right direction.
Heartfelt thanks to Madeline Sklar for kicking off this mini-series in episode 1 by revealing the amazing stories behind her arm sleeves. I was so thrilled when she reached out and offered to join me on the podcast. On the final episode of Your Ink Story, Dr. Mo, a passionate advocate and educator in the field of addiction counseling and prevention, beautifully wraps up everything we learned over the series by sharing her data on the transformative power of body art, the cultural significance of tattoos, and the fascinating intersections between tattoo art, identity, and mental health and well-being. As I bring this series of inspirational conversations to a close, my heart is filled with gratitude and appreciation for all the guests who joined me on this ink story journey. Their willingness and courage to bare their souls and share the raw human stories we all have in common will inspire listeners around the world for years to come. You can find images of each guest's tattoos on Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube. Links are in the show notes. And please take a moment to tune into the Your Ink Story podcast. You'll discover how body art can spark conversations, inspire truth, and shape a more inclusive and understanding world. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey. It's been an honor and a privilege to share these heartfelt ink stories with you.